I'm back. This time, I'll be talking about frame by frame motion. How does it look like, you might ask? Well, let's talk about how many seconds for a single frame first. A single frame of 60 fps is equal to 0.01 quadruple 67 second. 30 fps is 0.0 quadruple 34 second. 15 fps is 0.0 quadruple 68 second. Okay, let's get back to the topic. How does it look? Well, here's the preview. Motion in 60 fps will look like this. 30 fps will be like this, and then 50 fps will be like this. You can clearly see that I'm not even editing this preview to match with the fps I mentioned above. It's all purely made by the motion and some distance timing. And then finally, how do you make one? Well, here's how to make one. Go to your Lanotalium project, any project, I don't care. Create one horizontal motion. Change the duration to 0.01 second and set the motion node to diagonal. I'll leave my tuner like this just for demonstration. But if you want to edit it, you can just go to the edit mode and click this button, then drag the tuner position to anywhere you want for your starting position of the tuner. Next, we're gonna fill the copier here with the motion's current timing by copying this timing and paste it in here. Now choose which FPS you want for the motion. I will use 30 FPS because my laptop can't even handle recording even if Lanotalium runs at 300 FPS. Now type plus and add the single frame duration of 30 FPS, which is 0.0 quadruple 34 second, and then type asterisk and set how many numbers you want to duplicate. Let's make a copy by just giving 1 on it. Then click the motion and click this button. Now we're going to edit the second motion by dragging into the desired position you want for your tuner to land. I'll move it here because I'm still demonstrating this. Now you just created 2 frame motion of the 30 fps motion. Now we're going to multiply the distance of the motion in copier by 2. If you guys want to copy those two at the same time, you might want to double the distance of the current timing in the copier to prevent conflict with the second motion if you ever deactivate the save motion in the setting. Once we change this timing, hold Control key and click both of this motion, then copy it. Now you have 2 extra motion. Again, you can edit it however you want so you don't have to follow what I do here. Alright, fast forward for a few seconds and I already set up 4 landing position for the tuner that will look like this if I scroll the timeline. Now we're just one step away from finishing this up. Last thing to do is again, double the timing distance again, and then click this 4 motion and set how many times you want to duplicate. Be careful of not set overly number of duplication because it may freeze or crash at Lanotalium. I'm gonna tell copier to duplicate 4 of this motion up to 15 times by tapping 50 on it. Now click this button and voila, just create a bunch of frame motion that is look like this. So for my demonstration, I used a single frame duration of 30 fps, 15 fps, and 7.5 fps. If you want to make it 60 fps motion, you can go like I mentioned earlier, but start with 60 fps, then go for 30 fps, and finally 50 fps. It's actually possible to create more than 4 frame motion, but I don't recommend that because it'll waste your time if you do so. Okay, that's all I can say. Let me know in the comment below if you guys still confused. Bye.